Coming to you live from Reno, Nevada. Coming up on a little fire on the side of the road right here. Just off Red Rock exit. Maneuver around. See what we take a look at when we get up on the side of the hill. This is your medium type vegetation as we consider in the wildland fire world. Grass, brush, nothing real heavy. All grass would be light. Small shrubs, light. Heavy's the timber, trees, large brush. This one looks like it's going to be on the downslope side of the freeway, just off the freeway. A lot of fires like this kind of start due to vehicle fires or people throwing cigarettes out their window. You know, the elements have to be right, but it occurs more frequently than you think for a cigarette too light. We'll know more as we get up closer to it. Really can't tell what might have caused it, but looking by the column of the smoke, it's obviously, like I said, smoke tells you a lot. Light fuels, medium fuels, the lighter the smoke, the lighter the fire. The darker the smoke, the heavier the fire, the heavier the oils. That means it's just thicker fuel type. And what we mean by fuel is grass, brush, trees, anything that can burn is a fuel. It's like we're gonna stop here. You know how traffic goes. They don't know how to merge and get across into one lane. Everybody wants to look at it. Instead of just kind of getting out of the way, if we all just merge into one lane, we can get out of the way. Emergency crews can get over here on the side of the road and get through and work safer. That's what it means. So if you see now, the column gets a little darker, so that tells me it's getting into a little bit heavier of a brush. The slope side of the mountain will be your heavier fuels on the north side, lighter fuels on the south side. Due to shading, as the sun goes over, that's when it won't, it doesn't get as much sun, therefore it's able to grow a lot thicker on that backside. The moisture stays in a lot longer and doesn't dry out, as does a south-facing slope. And those are kind of basic stuff. You know, I'm no meteorologist, and that's just basic wildland fire knowledge stuff. So when the smoke kind of billowed up like that, it's telling me it's making an uphill run of some sort. Usually that's the case. The smoke column is going straight up in the air, and that's what we consider straight up in the air. That kind of tells me that it's really a... There goes one of the brush engines right there, heading off. Straight up in the air, that means there's no wind. And that's what we really want. When you see it starting to bend now it's starting to bend, the column bends over a little bit. That means it's got a wind to it, a wind backed on its backside and pushing it. And those are the most dangerous fires. You see, whatever your local wind is, a phenomenon that occurs, i.e., a good example of that would be the Southern California Santa Ana winds. And they get that southwesterly wind that kind of blows, correction, it's a northwest, comes out of the northwest, and it blows towards the ocean. And it really just comes in hot and hard. And it's just a local wind that it'll drive that fire. And then it's hard to stop it. And getting down in front of it's just so unsafe. You don't want to do too much work, and you can only parallel the fire, go to the sides and kind of burn out along with it and try and steer it, if you will, or make an attempt at it. In this case, this fire today looks like it's going to make another uphill run. Here comes another engine, a BLM engine. Local BLM forces are all part of the Carson City District. And this is probably a Truckee Meadows fire. Truckee Meadows is the local county, Washoe County fire area here in Reno, Nevada. And this fire is located what we call the kind of Stead area, Red Rock area. Red Rock's a little further out into that mountain range right there. Really known for fires. They've had several in the area, as in many parts of this northern part of Nevada. The California is just beyond us. It's out that furthest mountain range would be, you know, deep out there. That's your California side out there. And so there'll be no California resources probably responding to this right now. Fire's relatively small at this time. There's some structures threatened, it looks like. There's some structures down on the backside here. And when we consider structures threatened, we mean that the fire's heading in its direction, and there could be a possibility that a house could catch on fire. So what they'll do is they'll send the immediate trucks, fire trucks will go directly to the fire, and they will start suppressing the fire itself. And then the second will second alarm, usually the first 5 engines are the first attack, depending on your agency. And then the next group will come in, if not a group at the same time, will come in and be structure protection group. And those are your structure city fire engines. And it could be brush engines as well. And they'll go directly to the houses below, and they'll start setting up a defense. And that's how we fight fires, on the offense and defense. So there's one, you think of it like football. This is offensive attack up here, and defensive attack is down below. I'm going to stop for a minute and see if I can't pull up the frequency and hear a little bit about what's going on and record at the same time.